show you. Here, boy.
With the fairer sex popping into orbit, driving racing cars and golf balls, and generally moving onto the bar stool alongside the men, it's good to know there's still one male activity left that the little dears haven't managed to muscle in on yet. What is it? It's the good old fishing trip. Yes, sir, it's one of the few holes left in the fence that the men can still climb through, and once on the other side, be the boys they really are without being told to comb their hair or put on a tie. Watch them.
Well, let's get a load of this.
Yeah, come on, we get a
Yes, sir. We'll show you.
Is he going to be the best?
Beaver, you couldn't cast a movie.
No? Well, you wheel on that old casting couch and I'll show you.
Yeah. Well, let a friend take the floor who can really cast a spinner. Simon?
Oh, now me, Harry. I only arrived 10 minutes ago. I'm out of practice.
So you're out of practice. These guys are out of space.
Yeah.
Come on, limber up. Get
Come on, mister. Come on over here. Big little boys. Come in here. Come on.
Hey, now, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, the big one's just attitudes.
No, he'll never do it. No, never in a million years.
Come on, it's time.
Now that is casting like she ought to be. Drinks on the house, fellas.
Gee, mister, that was great casting. Your name wouldn't be Isaac Walton by any chance.
Or Pop Hemingway?
No, gentlemen. There's his name right up there.
Simon Templar.
The famous Simon Templar.
Good morning, Mrs. Wicker.
Dr. Beamish, come in.
Thank you. Oh, hello, Otto. I just came in to say enjoy your trip and to read you a letter.
From the Defense Department.
What? You've heard?
Horner telephoned me.
Well, aren't you delighted?
It's good to know they've endorsed my experiments.
Endorsed? My dear Otto, they accept them. You know, you've devised an entirely new satellite guidance system. And the university governors are falling all over themselves.
Yes? Good.
I know how you feel. You're tired. You need a rest. Where are you going?
To fish.
Well, as president of the university, I felt I must tell you personally how proud we are. This will double our government grant for your next series of experiments.
Perhaps there will not be a next series.
What?
I've kept my end of the bargain. The Canadian government have not kept theirs.
Yes, but Otto...
It was my condition, Jim. I said I will defect to the West on one condition. That my wife and daughter be brought out to me from East Berlin.
They tried.
They tried. That's not much comfort to me, living alone in this house. For 5 years, my work and my life has no meaning for me without my family to share it.
I'm awfully sorry, Otto, I understand, but we must not give up hope. Perhaps when you get back, there'll be good news.
Well, I'm glad that my experiments have worked out all right for you in the university.
And have a good time, Otto. And rest. Will you do that?
Goodbye, Jim.
Don't say it so finally. You'll only be gone a month.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Professor. I see you found the spot okay?
Mr. Cleaver, you said 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. I stopped back up the road a bit to see if we're being followed.
Why should anyone follow me?
Come now, Professor. Top scientist. Family problems. You're not exactly the best security risk in the world.
No, I suppose not. Well, what happens now?
Keep heading north to Algonquin Park. When you get to Lake Manitou, check in at the Manitou Lodge. Booking normal, your own name.
What about you?
I'll follow later. When I check in, you don't know me, understand?
How long do we stay?
Till I say move on. See you tonight. Oh, by the way, I hope you like fishing. Because there's nothing else to do up there.
You care what I like? If I tell you I've never fished before, what do we do? Turn back?
No, I guess it would be kind of hard on your wife and daughter, wouldn't it? To be shot because you couldn't fish.
You're going to catch yourself a big piece of mud, mister. Say, that's some fish, mister. Oh, boy, that's some fish. Hey, say, why don't you watch Mr. Templar up there? Oh, hey, mister, don't pull it. I'll get it down for you. Hey, hi, don't yank it. Ah! Gee, you broke it. Ah, gee, mister, you should have been more patient.
Yes, I realize that. Having trouble?
Ah, trouble? Gee, Mr. Templar, you should have seen him. You know, he was just past...
Why don't you shut up, Beaver? Can you fix it?
Well, let's see.
In case you haven't met, this is Beaver Johnson. He makes his living fixing tackle for the hotel people. My name's Simon Templar.
Otto Miller.
Mueller. You any relation to Professor Mueller?
Why, yes. Mr. Templar, I'm up here on vacation, you understand?
Say no more, we'll skip the shop. But you will have a drink with me. I have a flask over in my pack.
Sorry, I must go back and change. Excuse me.
Hey, Professor. What about your rod?
Oh, yeah.
Cost you $2. She'll be ready tomorrow over at my place, sundown.
That's the shack across the hill. You can't miss it.
Thank you.
I just checked up. I was right. That guy you were talking to.
Mm-hmm.
When you work my kind of job, you gotta have an instinct for these things. Now listen, Professor. Listen to me. And you listen good. I want you to stay away from him.
Why?
Because his name's Templar and he has a nose for trouble. Once you get talking to him, before you know it, this whole thing will blow wide open. You know what'll happen then? To us, to you, to your wife and daughter. So I want you to stay away from him, you hear? Do you hear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what are you writing?
You told me to write some postcards.
Oh, yes, so I did. Let me see.
It came this morning, Dr. Beamish.
Manitou Lake. He doesn't even mention the hotel.
No, I didn't.
Algonquin Park's not much help.
No.
Is something wrong?
Oh, Mrs. Wicker, good news. I'm Sergeant Williams of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We've just learned that Professor Mueller's wife and daughter have escaped to West Berlin. They're safe.
Oh, Doctor, isn't that just wonderful?
I'll drive up and take the news to him myself. Shouldn't be difficult to track him down.
Good boy.
Mr. Cleaver, the long-distance call to Vancouver. Mr. Pavaner's on the line.
Julius, Don, how are things shaping up at your end now?
Hold the line a minute, Don. Marion, shut the door a minute, please.
Certainly, Mr. Pavan.
Now listen, Don. I've just had some bad news. Mueller's relatives have cut loose. If he finds out, we're sunk. Someone could be on the way to tell him right now. So you've got to work fast. You've got to get him out of that hotel and put him through the hoop. Clear him tonight.
Tonight? What's that going to do to our schedule? Okay, I will. Yeah. Bye, Julius.
Bye.
Professor, there's been a change in plans. We're leaving tonight. We drive to North Bay, get a plane to Winnipeg that connects with a flight to Vancouver.
What ride's this?
That's my business. Let's have a keys to your car.
Why?
Do what I tell you and don't argue with me. The keys. Now your watch and your lighter.
But why?
We need them to lay a false trail. Now your luggage. That's all you have?
Yes.
I'll be back here by dark. In the meantime, stay in your room and don't answer the telephone, okay?
Well, why can't you explain what's going on?
Because what I'm doing is illegal and I don't want to be caught. It's that simple.
I don't like your methods.
That's just too bad. You ready?
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I believe you have a Professor Otto Mueller registered.
Yes, sir, room 36.
Could I give him a call?
Here's this phone, sir.
Thank you.
Hello?
Professor Mueller?
Speaking.
My name's Williams, Professor, RCMP Toronto. I'd like to speak with you.
I'll be down in just a minute. Wait in the bar for me, will you? I'll join you there. Right. I'm going downstairs. Give me 1 minute, then follow. Your bill's paid and you're checked out. Get into my car and drive. I'll meet you at the airport at North Bay at midnight.
Now, wait a minute. What's all this about? Who's that on the phone?
Professor, you'll do exactly as you're told. That is, if you want to see your wife and daughter again.
Hey, Jack Williams.
Hello, Simon.
What are the Mounties doing in this neck of the woods? I thought you'd been posted to Edmonton.
Was for a year, now I'm back in Toronto. I'm up here looking for a guy.
Come on, I'll buy you a drink. What'll you have?
Right.
Make it two, huh? This guy, anybody I know?
Professor Mueller. Got some good news for him.
Hey, Professor, there he is. I'll get him. Professor Mueller. There's a friend of mine in the bar. He's come up from Toronto to see you.
Look, I haven't time. I have to drive somewhere. I'm late.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Professor, it'll only take a minute. He says it's important. Hey, Jack. Jack. Harry, get a doctor. Any one of 5 men were close enough to put that knife in my pocket. Now, Inspector, you know I didn't kill Williams. So why don't we play at being grown up for a bit?
What is it, Gorman? We found Professor Mueller. Where? 2 miles from Manitou Lake. Road accident. Heck of a mess.
Is he dead?
The car hit a tree.
When?
The clock on the dashboard was stopped at 2:15.
And I spent the entire night in your tender company.
Nobody suggested you had anything to do with it.
Nobody could. I have an airtight alibi. Whoever killed Williams could have been responsible for the professor's accident. Now, you know I had nothing to do with it, so why don't you give in gracefully?
How did it happen? The gas tank exploded. It blew his luggage clean through the roof. I brought it back with me. The Mounties may want to take a look at it. Here's a list of his effects.
Was he badly burned?
To a crisp, almost beyond recognition.
Well, how can you be sure it was him?
His watch had his name on it. His car, his luggage. It was him, all right.
May I? I think you'll agree I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll have to give you the okay, Templar. There's no need to keep you any longer.
No hanging party?
Not tonight.
Oh, Inspector, while I'm catching up on some sleep, there's something for you to think about. The professor was up here on a fishing trip. Well, I happen to know that a guy named Beaver Johnson was repairing his rod.
So?
There's no mention of a rod on that list.
Beaver! Beaver! Beaver!
Is he Scotty? Professor Mueller left alone. You sure?
Positive, Mr. Templar.
Anybody else check out around the same time?
Yes, Mr. Cleaver.
What did he look like?
He was a bit taller than you, slim, youngish, fair.
Did he say where he was going?
No.
Where did he come from?
Don Cleaver, Toronto, no address.
That's a great help. Did he have any labels on his baggage?
Gee, Mr. Templar, I wouldn't know. I never paid any attention.
Well, how did he make his reservation?
Phone from Toronto.
And the professor?
Same way.
Same date?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Just a guess. Look, it's quite important I trace this Cleaver. Can you give me any clue about him at all?
Gee, Mr. Templar, I'd sure like to help you, but... Hey, he made a long-distance call to Vancouver. Yes, here it is. To a Mr. Julius Pavan. YU, that's Yukon, I think. YU 7891.
Thank you.
This way, Mr. Redmond.
Mr. Cleaver, welcome home.
Hello, Marion. Mr. Pavan in?
In his office.
Oh, this is Mr. Redmond of the Press Litigation Company. Miss Kent.
How do you do, Mr. Redmond? I'll take those.
Thank you. Don.
Oh, Julius.
I'm Mr. Redmond. Come on in. Professor Mueller, good to meet you.
The professor's not exactly full of joy today.
Why, what happened? Didn't you get away all right?
Just. I'll tell you later.
No, Mr. Pavan. We did not get away all right, as you put it. A man was killed. What? Yes. A man with some sort of message for me. And he had something to do with the killing.
The police don't think so. They arrested this guy, Templar.
I want to know what the message was. I demand to know it. But this man, he tells me nothing. He treats me like a prisoner.
Oh, now, Professor.
He takes away my car. No explanation. I don't even know where it is. He takes away my luggage, everything. Why?
I told him it was all part of the plan. But all I get is arguments.
Now, Don, I've told you before not to be discourteous to the professor. He's our guest. And you've got to remember that.
He's more trouble than a 2-year-old baby. So help me.
Now, that's enough of that. My sincerest apologies, Professor. I'm deeply sorry if you've been made to feel uncomfortable or annoyed.
I want to know what the message was.
Well, of course you do, and we're here to help you find out.
You're only saying this to keep me quiet.
Oh, now, Professor, I assure you.
Don't play games with me. I know what you are, what you do. You lie, cheat, murder.
Now, take it easy, Professor.
That's true. You'll do anything to hold me.
Professor! You're free to back out of this right this second. Nobody is holding you. That's a lie. Do you see any locked doors? Any guns? Go on, Professor. Go and buy yourself a ticket back to Toronto and forget about this whole thing.
You know, I can't. Because of my wife and daughter.
Oh. Well, that's a decision for you to make, of course. But it's a free decision. Entirely up to you, Professor.
I think you'd better take me to my hotel.
An excellent idea. And we'll all go along with you just to make sure that you're comfortable. Oh, Marion, I've got to leave town in the morning. Those letters.
Oh, I can easy work tonight, Mr. Pavan.
Oh, thank you.
You, sir.
I very much doubt it. I must be in the wrong department. It seems to be the head office.
Well, what exactly were you looking for?
I wanted to buy some timber.
In what sort of quantity, sir?
Why not to panel a room, 8 by 12.
Oh, well, in that case, you want our timber yards. They're out at the very end of West Hastings.
Who's the owner?
Mr. Pavan. You must be a stranger in Vancouver.
Yes, I just moved out from the east. Oh, by the way, the other day I ran into somebody from this office. Or else maybe it was a client, Mr. Cleaver.
Cleaver?
Well, what do you know?
Mr. Cleaver is our sales manager.
Is he in?
Oh, I'm afraid he just went out. He only got in from the east an hour ago.
When I met him, he was with a professor. Professor Mueller. Would that be it?
Mueller? I don't know. It's possible.
You don't recognize the name?
No. No, I'm afraid I don't.
Well, thank you, Miss,
Kent.
Miss Kent.
Goodbye, Mr.
Goodbye. Stop panicking. You remember me? Well, I'm not going to hurt you, and I haven't come to steal anything, you understand? If I let go, you promise not to scream? Well, you're really quite pretty without glasses.
Just what exactly are you doing on these premises?
I prefer the other you, if you don't mind.
Give them back!
Why don't you sit down? I want to talk to you. Stay there.
Who are you?
His name's Templar, Simon Templar. What's your Christian name?
Marion?
All right, Marion. Your employers are mixed up in something very big and very dirty.
What on earth are you talking about?
What the original plan was, I don't know. But things were so hot, Cleaver had to make the professor disappear fast. So he bushwhacked one of the local characters, a harmless old guy named Beaver Johnson. Put him behind the wheel of the professor's car and staged a crash. Beaver Johnson was burned to death.
I just can't believe it.
Marion, you have to believe me. You're the only one who knows these people. Since Cleaver got back, has there been anyone in the office you didn't know?
Well, Mr. Redmond.
Gray hair, moustache?
No, dark, clean-shaven.
No one else?
No.
Well, they've hidden the professor somewhere. What are these shaded areas?
Oh, those are timber concessions owned by Mr. Pavan.
Could they have hauled him up in one of those in a shack somewhere?
I just don't know.
Marion, you do believe me now, don't you?
Well,
Okay, take your time. Will you do something for me?
yes.
Keep your eyes and your ears open and pass on any information you think might help. I'll be staying at the James Hotel. Phone me, they'll know where to reach me.
The James. Right, I remember.
Good. I'll let you get on with your work. You know, you really don't need them.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Pavan.
Morning,
Mr.
Marion.
Redmond, Mr. Cleaver.
Oh, Marion, I'm in conference. No calls, no interruptions.
Very good, Mr. Pavan. All your letters are ready.
Oh, leave them on the desk. I checked your figures last night, Redmond. Frankly, I'm not impressed.
You had some other figure in mind?
Well, 1,000 acres of irrigation. Right. Gather over here. I'll just run through the complete schedule. We leave Vancouver at 2 p.m. Promised me you'd find out. Oh, the message. Oh, well, I think you can forget about that, Professor Mueller. Cleaver checked. It was an invitation for you to address a meeting of the Defense Council.
How did he check?
Through a contact in the university.
Really? I don't believe you.
Oh, now, Professor Mueller, if this discussion is going to deteriorate into a wrangle...
Hello, James Hotel. I want to speak to Mr. Simon Templar, please.
Violence and lies. If I've known it was going to be like this...
What would you have done? Sacrificed your family?
To prevent more killings? Yes, perhaps I would.
Hello, Mr. Templar. This is Marion Kent here. Listen, you were right. I just heard them call Mr. Redmond Professor Mueller. Yes. Oh!
Hello? Hello? Hello?
What else did you tell him?
How did he get onto us?
I don't know.
You don't do that!
He followed you here from Lake Manitou in Ontario.
He couldn't have.
Never mind. He may warn the police. We've got to move fast. We've got to get Professor Mueller out.
You can leave with him now.
All right. You stay here. It's likely the Templar will head for this place after that cut-off phone call. Shut him up.
All right.
And join us at the beach house. We'll go on from there as planned.
What about her?
She's coming with us.
No, she's not. The deal's off. I'm through with the whole thing.
It's too late for that, Professor. From now on, you're going to do as you're told. We'll take the freight elevator down to the garage. Be careful with Templar.
Leave it to me.
After you, Professor.
Professor, Miss Kent. Where are they? They're gone. But you'll never find them. I said, where are they? What do you care? You're not going anywhere!
Estimated time of arrival, 1900 hours, June the 14th. Lake City.
I'm terribly sorry about this. They won't hurt you, don't worry. Miss Kent, I'm only doing this because of my family.
Oh, I understand that, Professor. Where are they taking you?
To Russia.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm looking for a man named Pavan.
Why?
I'm a friend of his.
I didn't know he had any. He has private fishing rights from South Neck to past Kramer's Ferry. If you ain't invited, don't go. Mr. Pavan is very hot-blooded about trespassers.
You rent canoes?
That's your funeral. $5 a day.
Good. It's a deal.
So, they sent you this time, Comrade Netchett.
Yes. The lake is very good today, huh? Yeah, a bit better than what it was last time. Do you remember that? Tell me something. What's the forecast like?
Oh, no worries. You've got a clear dawn takeoff. Come and meet your passenger.
Ah, yes. Oh, yes, good. And you now. You're so quiet. What's the matter? Something is wrong, yeah?
Wrong? No.
This young man, why is he not here with us now?
Oh, Cleaver? Oh, well, he had some other work to do.
So. Oh, dear. What's the matter now? You're not hungry, hey? What? Oh, look, she can't reach it. Undo the chain for her, will you?
She can manage if she wants to.
So, yeah. I tell you what. I will feed you, huh? Come on. We have some beans. Now, you open your mouth now. Come on now. This is very, very good food. Come. Oh, open your mouth.
Stop it. Leave her alone.
No, you sit down. It's all right. I'm just going to feed her. It's good for her. Now, come. Now, you open it now. Come.
Get away from me, baby!
Ah, dear, you've made me spill it. Now, I will not be so sorry for you now.
Do you think I care? Just leave me alone.
What's the matter now? You don't like life or something now? You listen to me, huh? We are workers, yes? You and me. So as workers, we must stick together. Him, he is a capitalist, huh? He exploits you. But now, if you are nice to me, maybe I kill him, huh?
Okay, you had your joke. Now let's get started.
Don't you go away, huh?
You get the cans going. I'll bring the boat around.
You are not believing what I'm saying, no?
Now look, don't make our working together any more difficult than you have to. That's all I gotta say.
comrade. One spark, we will go sky high.
Templar, for the last time, where's Cleaver?
Well, let's say he fell down rather badly on the job.
You've loused up our plans, wasted all our gasoline. I'm within an ace of letting you have it.
Go ahead and pull the trigger, Pavan, and you'll have really had it. These woods are just full of mountains looking for this hut.
You think he's lying?
He's making it up.
Are you?
Your bumbling pals murdered 2 men. Now every cop in the country is looking for them.
Well, this is true.
He's lying.
Still, it is, we'll take precautions. It's wise never to underestimate people. Come, we get the professor away from here as quickly as we can. Now, is this, gasoline, how long does it take you?
There's a marine station at the end of the lake. There and back about 4 hours.
4 hours. Come, we must hurry. I'll take off as soon as this is light.
Professor. We don't have much time. What Williams wanted to tell you the night he was killed was your wife and daughter are safe. They escaped by tunnel into West Berlin. They're being flown to Canada the end of the week.
You don't lie to me?
Why should I? They had no hold over you at all.
Oh, Professor, I'm so glad.
I waited 5 years.
Oh, that's the good news. The bad news is there isn't a cop within miles of this place. We're strictly on our own.
All this time they lied to me.
That's right. They disguised you not to protect you, but to keep anyone from helping you.
Liars, killers. They won't get away with it.
Professor, you wouldn't stand a prayer in a face-to-face fight with the Russian. Just sit tight and wait. Maybe you'll get a chance to grab his gun.
My friends, we have a little time to kill. Now, what shall we talk about? The Bolshoi ballet, huh? No? Well, what should we talk about then, both?
I'd like a drink.
That is an excellent idea. So would I.
Allow me.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
How's life in the submarine service?
You are guessing this, huh?
Just a simple deduction. Your clothes have a nautical look. Your seaplane's the type that could be launched from a large submarine. And your face is white from weeks without sun.
Oh, you are so intelligent.
You bet.
Professor, I am just that, little bit disappointed in you, you know, because you're not trying to get me drunk.
Of course not.
Good, because I tell you something, yeah. It is absolutely impossible, yeah, because after 2 bottles of vodka, I can still fly a plane. Bottoms are down.
Up.
Up, down, up. Up.
What have you got on Pavan?
Pavan? Well, my friend, you see, there is always a way of getting to a man, huh? It is called his, what is his,
Achilles heel.
Achilles heel. That, this is it. Now, you see now, every man has this Achilles heel somewhere or other in his past. Could be his, marriage, huh? His religion, his work, his... Now, take Pavan. Now, he helped this old man to his death. And then when he was dead, he took over the timber empire. Now, your police did not know nothing about this.
And yours did?
Well, yes, of course, because, you see, we use the sweat of prison to help people work for us. It's quite a logical thing to do, but, you see, he wasn't quite sure. Professor, you are looking awfully nervous. Why don't you just sit down, huh?
No, I'm all right. I'm just tired.
No.
Hey, Nanochka. You interested in fishing?
Sure. Such a silly little game, sitting there with a rod all day.
I don't know. To be a really good fisherman, you have to be quite a skilled sportsman.
Well, you see, I have more important things to do. Now, Provan, he likes fishing, just like you, and he is a very stupid man.
Yes, he is.
Well, my friends, I think we have a little bit of rest, huh? But not you. You underestimated me.
Liar, murderer. My wife and daughter are safe. Lies, all lies.
Yes, but then, you see, we need you.
You will have to kill me to get me on that plane.
Oh, no, it's not as bad as all that.
You!
It's 6 a.m.
Yes.
Yes, your plane's gas, so you can take off before anybody in this area is awake.
Good. That's good.
What's the idea?
Well, you see, he's a great physicist here. He tried to outwit me, so I had to teach him just a little lesson. Now, you are all right. I didn't hurt you too much. Good. Now, we are going to undo you, and then you come away with us. Now, only one thing I ask you. Please do not try to outwit me again. Good. Now.
Some people never learn.
Oh, Professor, you do disappoint me. Now, shut up! Now he makes too many mistakes. You know something? It was very dangerous working with such a man. Come, we go now. Oh, someday, tomorrow, next week, next month, you know, someone will come along and they will find you in this cabin and they will set you free. Oh. It's like you say with little fishes. I give you a sporting chance. Huh? Come on. Wait. Come.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
This is about the biggest fish I ever caught. Move.